Okay, everyone, we'll get things started with Nebraska coach Amy Williams. Coach, if you'd like to make an opening statement and then take questions.
Yeah, this is a tough loss for us on our home court. We want to take care of business here. I thought that, we showed some fight down the stretch, getting down 17 and cutting it back to a 4-point game. But the truth is, against a team like Iowa, you can't dig yourself 17-point deficit. And I just thought that we had kind of a stretch there where we didn't shoot very well from the perimeter. We continued to settle for outside shots. We didn't necessarily take advantage and get all the points in the paint that we really wanted to, and it came back to kind of bite us, and just a tough loss, and we're going to have to learn from it.
First question for Coach Williams is from Derek Peterson from Hale Varsity.
Hey, Amy, you want to do it on the defensive end, but it looked like there were times where they just hit tough shots, either late in the shot clock or tough shots over contests. Did you feel the same, or how did you feel overall the defense was tonight?
Yeah, I thought that there were a few times, obviously there to end the second quarter where we gave up a layup up over the top in transition, and, a few things where we didn't really take care of business the way we wanted to and do our job in transition defense, but there were plenty of times where they would hit a really tough deep three late shot clock. Just we can do a better job and learn from this, and hopefully make some tweaks and adjustments for the next time we play Iowa. But they did hit tough shots, and I thought McKenna Warnock in particular, Caitlin Clark obviously hit several big shots and was tough to defend, but it seemed like McKenna Warnock hit a couple late shot clock at the buzzer threes where we'd played a pretty good possession of defense, and then it ended up in her hands, and she'd spark them with a huge three.
Next question, Shane Gilster from Huskers Illustrated.
Say, Coach, what's your impression on freshman Caitlin Clark? This is the first time you got to see her this year.
Yeah, well, she was very efficient tonight, and I thought, obviously 39 points is pretty special effort from anybody, any player, much less a freshman. But I think the most impressive thing was just her efficiency, and it only took her 18 shots to get there, and she double and 7 assists, and she just found a way to really impact the game.
Next question, Brent Wagner, Lincoln Journal-Star.
Yeah, on defending Caitlin, what's the balance between if you give her some help, then she can pass and find somebody for an open three, or she can find somebody for a layup? How do you try to balance what she does with assist and scoring?
I think that's the challenge. I think that's the thing that makes Iowa very dangerous, is just that they have a very efficient post player, number one in the nation for field goal percentage. So that's a nice kind of anchor down there inside. But they surround Caitlin with so many shooters that as soon as you try to give some help or shade her way, or try to squeeze over to give a little bit of support help, she can find really good shooters, and they can knock them down.
Shane Gilster, Huskers Illustrated.
Say, Coach, Iowa's averaging 87 points, and they got 88 tonight. Was there a threshold that your defense, your team kind of wanted to hold Iowa to tonight in order for you guys to come out with a win?
Well, yeah, we talked about that, we wanted this game to be in the 60s. We felt like if the game's in the 60s, that it was going to be played to our advantage, and that that would be the type of game that would give us the best chance to win. And knowing that this is the third scoring offense in the country right now as far as points per game, we really didn't want to let the pace get to a point where we were trying to outscore them. So obviously we gave up 88, which is actually above their average, and we know we can't do that and be successful against a team like this.
Thomas Cotto, Daily Nebraskan.
So, Coach, with about 5 minutes left in that game, you were down 78 to 61, but then your team was able to crawl back to a 78-74 lead. So how did you feel about the fact that your team, despite being down by that much, didn't give up and was able to cut the deficit down to 4?
Yeah, I feel good about that. I think that it shows a lot about character of a team and character of the people on that team when you find yourself in those situations, and it would be very easy to kind of crumble and take a 17-point deficit and turn it into a 20 to 24-point loss. But I think that this team is a group of fighters, and you know, we know that we can't dig ourselves into 17-point deficits and still be successful, but we also know that, you know, we're never going to die, and we're going to continue to fight and fight and fight, and I thought we showed that you know, late in this ball game, and continued to stay aggressive and continue to fight.
Derek Peterson, Hale Varsity.
Maryland's coming to town next. What do you want your group to focus on over the next couple of days to prepare for them?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the biggest thing is just, you know, finding ways to get better. And, you know, the message really doesn't change, is that we've got to find a way. We kind of feel like our team has found a little bit of a plateau. And if we don't find ways to keep getting better and pressing forward and correcting some of the mistakes that are costing us in ball games, then, you know, there's not going to be anybody else left on our schedule that we can have success with. So we're just going to come back tomorrow and find a way to get better and you know, go about our preparation like we do every other game, and find ways to continue to improve this time of year.
Brent Wagner, Lincoln Journal-Star.
Are there on defense, are there things that you were doing earlier in the season when you were holding teams to 70 that you need to get back to doing?
You know, I think that there are some things that we were doing well, and I think, you know, we were really having our most success. We were holding teams to, you know, one opportunity. I felt like, you know, in those stretches we were really not giving second chance points, you know, we were ending defensive possessions with rebounds, and that was, you know, kind of a key to us getting defensive stops. And it feels like, and a little bit of an Achilles heel here lately has been, you know, giving up a little too many offensive rebounds and second chances, and you know, points in transition, and a few things like that.
Any other questions for Coach Williams? If not, we will shut things down.